Joining Jesus as a Family, How to Raise Your Children to be Followers of Jesus by Greg Finke and Susan Finke. Read by the authors.
Dedication. To our parents, Marty, Norm, Art, and Jane. When we were growing up, you took us to church and taught us the faith, but it was your lifestyle that was our discipling curriculum. Thank you for showing us Jesus.
To our children, Amanda, Emily, and Ellen, it's been a fun adventure growing up with you. Together we learned how to join Jesus as a family. Today, you not only know the faith, but you also live it, and we are so thankful. Introduction. Do whatever he tells you. Mary to the servants in John 2, verse 5. There are many conversations we could have about parenting your children. How to help your infant sleep through the night, how to negotiate with a toddler, how to get your children to stop fighting, how to survive the upheaval of adolescence, or how to help your children process the effects of everything from divorce to the pandemic, to bullying, to social media, to... the list goes on and on. Perhaps that's why U.S. parents spend nearly $400 million every year on parenting books and apps. But if we were to choose one conversation to have with you that could serve as a foundation for all the others, it would be the one we're about to have: How to Raise Your Children to be Followers of Jesus. This book may not address all your parenting questions, but it will provide clarity for how to intentionally raise your children to follow Jesus so their lives will be full of his love, wisdom, purpose, and guidance as they navigate all the other challenges and opportunities they will face. In a previous book, we quoted a friend who likes to say, "All we can do is bring the water. It's up to Jesus to turn it into wine." That's certainly true when talking about raising our children to be followers of Jesus. Parents bring the water of their love, example, and teaching. But in the end, it is only Jesus who can work the miracle of transformation in a child's life. You might have recognized the friend's quote as a reference to the wedding at Cana, see John 2. During the wedding, Mary tells Jesus the wine has run out. In response, Jesus tells his servants to fill 6 large jars with water, and the servants do it. In fact, we are told that they fill each jar to the brim. Do you think they knew Jesus was up to something? Then Jesus does what only Jesus could do. He changes all the water into wine, really good wine. And so it is as we raise our children. We follow Jesus' discipling plan. We do what he tells us to do and fill each jar to the brim in anticipation. But in the end, it is Jesus who turns our discipling water into discipling wine. There will be days and seasons when, despite our best efforts, the results will differ from what we had hoped, especially as our children mature into young adults and start making their own way. We may look back and worry about what we could have done differently. But don't underestimate Jesus. He is faithful and his love endures forever. In short, he keeps the promises he made to our children at their baptism. In fact, he is relentless about it. When his sheep go astray, he goes after them and keeps looking until he finds them. See Luke 15, verse 4. When we worry about them, he assures us, "No one can snatch them out of my hand." John 10, verse 28. Despite how present circumstances look, Jesus reminds us to focus on the long arc of their life because he has plans for them, plans to prosper them, not to harm them, plans to give them hope and a future. See Jeremiah 29, verse 11. So let's talk. Parenting is indeed a crazy journey full of twists and turns, good seasons and hard, and it's definitely more an art than it is a science. But that's why it's so important for us to heed Mary's wise advice. Do whatever he tells you, because your miracle is coming too. How to use this book. Don't miss the discussion guide for parents located.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?